we are going to study the concept of spinner, which is one of the very interesting widget which is available for Android application development. So do you have any idea about spinner? Can anyone tell me what exactly spinner is? Anyone?
To select a particular thing from a list.
Yes, correct. It will provide a kind of drop-down list from where you can quickly select any items. So you can say it is a kind of a drop-down list. Fine. So it's very simple. The way other programming languages are providing the concept of a drop-down list or drop-down items. Similarly, in Android, we are using Spinner, which provides a quick way to select any items from the given set of values. So you will be able to find a drop-down list where, according to your requirement, you can add a number of items, and then you can choose or you can select any items from that drop-down, and based on the selection, whatever you want to do, you can do that thing, and you can write your logic accordingly. So you can say it's a kind of simple drop-down list. Fine. Are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So in today's session, we are going to discuss how we can place spinner widget in Android application, how we can add number of items inside the spinner, and how we can do something based on the selection of the item which is available in spinner. This is what we are going to discuss today. And this component is very interesting and very important. So you can stop me if you are not getting anything, because whatever concept we are going to study today, the same concept you can use in list view or any kind of custom list view, custom spinner. There are many things. And as far as spinner is concerned, in Android application there are two types of spinners which are available. One is your simple spinner and another one is your custom spinner. Fine. Can anyone tell me what could be the difference between simple and custom spinner? Anyone? Based on your understanding only. As of now, you don't have any idea, but still, based on the naming, I'm saying that one is simple spinner and another one is custom spinner. Based on the name, can you differentiate both?
सर कस्टम मतलब कि हम अपना खुद का उसमें डिजाइन कर सकते हैं तो खुद एडिट कर सकते हैं उसमें कुछ.
Very good. See,
और
if I talk about simple spinner, in that case, we cannot modify it. Fine. Whatever number of items we add, we can display only those items. So it's a kind of string values only. So it will give a list of values and you will be able to see it. But if you talk about custom spinner, then you can add your own components inside the spinner as well. So for example, I want a spinner with one text view and one image view, so I need two controls. I can do it. If I need three components to be displayed in spinner, then also I can do it. So it is an example of custom spinner where in the spinner only, in the drop down only, you can add number of images, you can add number of string values, everything. Fine. Are you getting this?
yes sir.
Yeah. But don't worry, as of now, in today's session, we are not going to discuss custom spinner at all. Today, I will cover the entire concept of simple spinner, like how to place the spinner in the layout file in the XML file, how to get the ID of that control in the Java file, then how to create an array, how to fetch that array inside the spinner, how to display it, everything we are going to discuss, and how to implement the selection event or click event of spinner. Fine. So now let me just create the new module for this application. Let me go with new and module. Let me go with phone and tablet module, and let's give name which is spinner demo. I want to go with empty activity. I want to generate layout file as well, and this is the name of my layout file, which is activity underscore main. Let me click on finish. And today we are going to discuss how you can use string.xml file also to fetch the array. So we are trying to fetch the values from array inside the spinner, but we can go with two approaches. Either you can declare a static array inside the Java file, or you can declare your array inside the string.xml file. So in today's session, I'm going to explain both the things, so that as per your need, you can declare an array either inside the Java file or inside the string.xml file. So this is what you can see here. The application is ready. Name of the application is Spinner demo. Yeah, and this is the Java file for that, and this is the XML file. As of now, you can see there is only one text view, the same file I'm talking about, and this is the Java file where there is nothing. So now to work with Spinner, there is one inbuilt widget which is available. Let me just open the XML file and let's go to the palette window. You can see here there are many controls which are available. So if I go to layouts, not layouts but containers, actually Spinner is a kind of container because in which we are going to contain number of values. So there are many containers like list view, spinner, recycler view. You can see there are many containers, and each container is having a certain set of attraction level. So if I go with spinner, then it's a kind of simple drop down list view. If I will go with recycler view, then I'll get the advanced view. Similarly, scroll view is also there, view pager is also there. So if I want my images to be let's say I want sliding images to be displayed in my application, so in that case we can either go with recycler view, view pager. There are many things to discuss, and all the widgets are very important. So slowly we will see each controls in detail. As of now, today we are going to discuss this control, which is spinner. So as usual, I'm not going to drag this control and I'll not drop it in the XML file, but we will go with the code and we'll write the code for placing the spinner, so that we can come to know that these are the very important properties which we need to define. Now, as you don't have any idea about constraint layout, let me just replace it with linear layout. Let's go with the orientation property, which is vertical. Let me put padding as well. Let's give padding of 30 dp from each side, and let's say I don't want this text view to be displayed. Let me remove it. Now I want one spinner to be displayed here. So what I can do, for spinner there is an inbuilt tag. As I said, for each component, for each widget, Android Studio is having the concept of XML file, and in each XML file you can go with the inbuilt tags. For each control it is available. So as of now I'm looking for placing spinner inside the XML file. So what I can do, I can simply go with the spinner tag. So you can see here it is there, spinner. I can set the width and height property. So let me go with wrap content in both the cases. As we know, for getting any components inside the Java file, to make the connection, we need to give the ID. So for this spinner, let me give ID also. Now we know how we can give the ID to any control. You can simply use the property which is Android:ID. So let me go with ID. You can see Android:ID @+ID. Then I can give the name of the ID. Let's say for this spinner I want to go with spin only. So this is spin. And then as of now, let's say I don't want anything. Let me just close it, and you can see here, and this is your spinner. Fine. If you want your spinner to be spread out in horizontal, then you can go with a match parent here, and this is how your spinner is getting displayed. You can see here. And by default, we don't have any items, any string values inside the spinner. So as of now, you can just see the component. Very soon, once we will declare an array, you will be able to drop it out, and you will be able to find all the items listed out inside the spinner. Now let's say I want one text view. So what we can do, based on the selection of spinner item, either you can display the toast message, so that you can come to know that whatever you have selected, it is working fine. Or else you can go with one text view, and whatever item you select, you can set that item inside the text view. You have both the options. Let me do both the things. So let's put one text view. Let me go with one text view which is wrap content in both the directions. Let's go with ID. I want the ID which is txt, and I don't want anything to write as of now. So you can see here at the below there is one text view and this is your spinner. Fine, but to see whether text view is there or not, let me give text, default text. So you can see now. So this is your spinner and this is your spinner and this is your text view. Fine. So far, any doubt? Any doubt so far?
No, sir.
Yeah. So our XML file is ready. I have already placed one spinner and one text view inside the XML file. Now the thing is we need to move to the Java file and we will have to find ID of all the controls. Then we will see how to create an array, how to set the adapter inside the array. So here one thing which you need to understand is once you create an array, there is no concept using which you can simply parse your entire array inside the drop down inside the list view. For example, if I create one array here, let's say string a, and let me give static array. Let me give any name like this. I can declare an array. For example, as of now, let's say there are 4 items in this array. Now what I'm trying to say is once
सर वॉइस कट हो गई आपकी.
सर म्यूट हो गए.
see, I'm making it open for everyone, but people are getting what I can say for you. I'm allowing everything so that I don't need to get disturbed, but you people don't deserve. Okay, fine. Yeah, so the thing which I'm trying to convey is, see, once your array is ready, you have created this array. Now I am saying that there is no concept using which you can directly connect this array to the drop down or to the list view. Array is ready, you can do whatever you want with this array, you can easily play with this array, but you cannot set all the items inside the drop down. There is no direct way. For that you need a kind of bridge which can connect your array to the particular drop down list or simple list or any custom list view or any custom adapter. So you need something or you need a kind of bridge which can connect your array to the spinner, to the drop down. Are you getting me?
Sir.
Yes or no?
पता नहीं चला सर.
Let me repeat it again.
No, sir.
See what I'm saying. Once you create an array, in this example or in this activity, what we are going to do, whatever number of items we will declare inside this array, we are going to display all these items inside the dropdown. And so let's say as of now there are 4 items. So I want all these 4 items to be displayed inside the spinner as a part of dropdown. So now there is no inbuilt concept or there is no any direct concept using which I can simply connect this string array with the dropdown. So to make connection of string array and your spinner, you need something. You need an intermediate. Fine. So to provide a bridge, you need something. What you need, that I'm going to explain. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So whatever I'm talking about, that bridge for connecting your data source to the UI component, you need an array adapter. Fine. You need an adapter. So I'll explain what is adapter, how you can create an adapter and how you can set your adapter inside the spinner. So as of now, don't worry about it. But in this activity, we are going to create one adapter also, which will provide a bridge between your data source and your UI component. So whatever UI component.
नमो नमः श्री जी महाराज नमो नमः श्री पुरुषोत्तम नमो नमः सहजानंद जी नमो नमः स्वामी नारायण.
See, sorry guys, now you cannot speak in between because I am getting disturbed. If you have any specific doubt, you can write your doubts inside the chat box, because I don't like this. People are taking it too lightly. I am allowing it for everyone, but still you people are not responding properly. So now you cannot speak. You'll have to write your queries inside the chat box. Yeah, so here in this activity we are going to create an adapter using which you can connect your string array with the UI component. So whatever UI component you are using, it can be a spinner, it can be a list view, it can be a custom spinner, it can be a custom list view, whatever you use. But to place your items inside that particular UI component, you need a bridge. And in this case, as a part of connection, as a part of providing bridge between your data source and UI components, we are going to use an adapter. Yeah. Yeah, so now you can speak, because again it will be difficult for me and you. Are you getting this so far? Whatever I have discussed, are you getting this?
सर हमने स्ट्रिंग को इंपोर्ट करवाया है या फिर ऐसे ही लिखा है हमने, जैसे हम लोग पहले किसको इंपोर्ट करवाते थे ना ऐसे?
Yeah, but see here in this case, as I said, string is the default data type which is available in java.lang, and java.lang is the default one. We don't need to include it. Fine?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Any doubts so far?
No, sir.
Okay, great. So in this case, we are going to use array adapter. As I said, I will let you know what is the syntax of array adapter and how we are going to create it. So now in this example, what we will do, first we will try to find the ID of spinner. Let me just remove this. Let's find ID of spinner and text view. So for that you need to create an object of both the components. The way we are creating objects in each activity, let me create an object. For spinner, let me go with S, and for this text view, let me go with TV. Now what should I do to find the IDs of both the components here? Can anyone help me?
Find view by ID.
Very good. S is equal to find view by ID, r dot id dot spin. Similarly for text view, you can write TV is equal to find view by ID, r dot id dot txt. So now we have IDs of both the components. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now what you can do, once you have IDs of both the components, now to display something inside the spinner, you need a set of values. Fine, you need a set of values. Whatever values you want to display inside the spinner as a part of drop down, you need those values. So for that, what you can do, you can simply create a string array the way we are creating a normal array. So let me create one string array. Let's say, let me go with string name. My array name is, let's say, what I can do, either I can store the colors or country names or whatever. Let me go with countries. let's go with the static array. Here I can define, I can write number of items. Let's say first country, India, then let's say Japan, Russia, USA, yeah. So likewise you can have number of values. As of now I'm going with 5 to 6 values. So this is how you can create an array. So the meaning of this array is we are going to display this entire array inside the spinner as a part of drop down. That's why we have created this array. So all the items will be displayed as a part of drop down inside the spinner. Is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now very important thing is, as I said, now you have spinner, you have array. Now you need something which can connect your array and spinner. As I said, there is no direct way using which you can display all the items of array inside the spinner or inside the list view. There is no such direct concept. So for that you need an intermediate thing, and that intermediate thing is array adapter. And so how to create an array adapter? So for that again you can create an object of array adapter. It is an inbuilt class which is available in Java as well as in Android. So for that you can create an object of array adapter. Let me just show you how you can do it. You can see here array adapter, and here in the angular bracket you can see T. T stands for type, which kind of data type you are having. So as of now I am having string data type. So in the angular bracket I can write string. If you have integers, if you have set of values having integer data type, you can write integer. If you have any custom data types, like if you want to go with the class, you can write your class name as well. So in the custom layout or in the custom spinner we are going to do that thing also. As of now I am having set of values having string data type. So what I can do, array adapter, within this angular bracket I can write string data type. Now we know how to create an object of any inbuilt class in Java. Can anyone help me? If I want to create an object of array adapter, what should I do now? Yes.
क्या करना है सर? वो
Sir,
क्लास
question
बनाना है.
I want to create an object of array adapter, which is an inbuilt class for me. So how to create an object of this class?
Name and object.
Correct. Class name, then object name equal to new keyword, again class name. So the way we are creating an object of any normal class, you can create an object of array adapter as well. Fine. So this is the class array adapter. This is the type. I want to connect this string array inside the spinner. So all the string values are there, and that is why the type is string. Now I can give a name of this adapter. Let's say AA. You can go with any name. It is up to you. Equal to new keyword. Again I can write class name, which is array adapter. I can define the data type, and here you have various constructors. So in this case you need to pass 3 parameters. First parameter is your current reference. In whatever activity you are, you can pass the current object. So that you can do using this keyword. The way we are doing it in Toast, the way we are doing that thing for other things. Whenever you want to refer the current activity, you can always refer this keyword. So that is your first parameter. Then second parameter is once you want to display your layout, drop down layout. So in that case you have various patterns, like in between all the items, how much amount of space you want to give. So there are certain inbuilt patterns, so you need to define that pattern as well. And as a part of third parameter, you need to give your array name. So these are the 3 parameters which are needed for any kind of array adapter. I am explaining it again. First parameter, you need to give the current reference, current object, that you can give using this keyword. Second is your pattern. What kind of pattern you want to give in your drop down list, that you can select from the drop down. That is your second parameter. So there are many inbuilt patterns which are available. I'll explain what kind of patterns are available there, and we will change it also. And as a part of third parameter, you need to give the name of the arrays. So in our case, our name of array is countries. So I need to pass countries. Is it fine? Are you fine with all 3 parameters?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
let's give let's give all three parameters. First parameter is the current reference, your current context. You can see here. The second is your pattern. Let me give the pattern. To give the pattern, you can select it using Android. You need to write Android dot R, which is resource dot. Now inside the layout there are certain default patterns. So I can go with layout dot, and now you can see simple spinner item is there, expandable list content is there, and then a dialog item is also there, drop down item is also there, expandable list item is also there, simple list item 1 is also there. So if I go with 1, 2, then minor modifications will be there. So let's say for example, if I go with simple list item 1, then in between both the or in between all the items there will be little space. But if I go with simple list item 2, then you will find more space, you will find certain other design. So it is for designing only, otherwise you can choose anything. As of now, let me go with simple spinner item, then we will change it also to observe the changes. So let's go with simple spinner item, comma, and third parameter is your array name. In our case it is countries. So there, that's it. I have created an array adapter. Let me know if you have any doubt in this, how to create an array adapter. Any doubt?
सर वो these की जगह एक और यूज करते थे ना अपन
Get application context. Yes, you can do that also.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, but you need to make sure that whenever you are in the current activity, see the scope of this activity is this, and this is the ending bracket. So this is the scope. So whenever you are playing inside this scope, in that case you can simply use this also. You don't need to go with get application context. But if you go outside this activity, and here if I want to refer the current object, then I cannot go with this. I can go with get application context. Fine.
Fine, sir.
And here also you can use get application context. The meaning of both the things are same, so don't get confused. Either you can go with get application context or you can use this keyword. Yes, Nilay?
Sir, simple spinner item is no.
It is a kind of pattern. Once I will change and once I will select the different pattern, then you will be able to identify that what I'm doing. So as of now, don't get confused. It's a kind of inbuilt pattern only. एंड इसकी जगह पे हम दूसरी कोई पैटर्न लेंगे तो आपको वो चेंज मिलेगा, तो आपको पता चलेगा कि व्हाट काइंड ऑफ चेंजेस यू आर एबल टू गेट.
ओके
सर, तो एंड्रॉइड आर लेआउट कितना जरूरी है?
या सो हियर वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्प्ले ऑल दीज आइटम्स इनसाइड द स्पिनर. तो ये सभी जो आइटम्स है वो स्पिनर में कैसे डिस्प्ले होगी, दैट इज दिस सेकंड पैरामीटर, व्हिच काइंड ऑफ पैटर्न इट विल फॉलो. तो उसमें ऐसा हो सकता है कि वॉट एवर आइटम्स यू आर हैविंग इनसाइड दिस एरे, उसके बीच में जो स्पेस होती है वो कोई एक पैटर्न में थोड़ी स्पेस है, कोई एक दूसरी पैटर्न है तो उसमें ज्यादा पैटर्न है, ज्यादा स्पेस है, किसी में फॉन्ट थोड़े बड़े हैं, किसी में छोटे हैं. सो दैट काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स आर देयर एंड यू विल बी एबल टू ऑब्जर्व इट once I will change it. So don't get confused. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And third parameter is your name of the array. So in our case it is countries. So any doubt so far how to create an array adapter? See, this is what you need to use in all the cases. Whenever you need to connect your string array or any kind of array inside any UI component, you need to create an adapter. So that is why this is very important. Let me know if you are having any doubts.
No, sir.
Okay, great. Now, once you have your array adapter ready, what you can do? You can use one inbuilt method of this array adapter, which is set dropdown method. So once you will establish that method, in that case you will be able to display all the items inside the spinner or any kind of UI component. You need to use that method, which is set dropdown. So let me explain you how you can use it. The method which I am talking about is of this class, array adapter, and we know that whenever we want to access the methods of any class in Java, what we need? Correct. We need an object. So we have object of array adapter, which is a. So I can access all the methods of array adapter using this object double A. So I can write double A dot, and you can see the first suggestion I'm getting, which is set drop down view resource, and this is what I am talking about. You need to use this method, and here also you need to set your pattern. So again you can use android dot r dot layout dot see, again you have various patterns. So here I want to set the drop down item, so I can select any items where I get drop down. Let me go with, let me check it. Here also you can see, yes, I'm talking about spinner, and this is the property for me. If you are working in list item, then list view, and in that case you can use simple list item 1 or 2 or whatever. Here I am talking about spinner. I want all the items to be displayed inside the spinner as a part of drop down. So I need to select this, which is simple underscore spinner underscore drop down underscore item. Let me select this. That's it. Your array adapter is ready. Now you need to set this adapter inside your spinner so that this adapter can connect this string array inside this spinner. Your array is ready, your array adapter is ready. Now the only thing is you need to connect your adapter with spinner. So for that you need to use set adapter method. In Java, to set the layout, we were using set layout method. Similarly, in this case, if you want to set your adapter inside any control, let's say I want to set this adapter in list view, then I can use set adapter method. If I want to set this adapter with spinner, then also I can use set adapter method. So in whatever control you want to set it, you need to use the object of that control. So here I am having spinner, and the object of spinner is S. So what I can do, I can simply write S dot. You will find the method, you can see here, set adapter. Just click on that and pass the object of your adapter. I am done with the entire thing. Once I will run this application, you will be able to see all the items to be displayed as a part of drop down inside the spinner. Any doubts so far? You just need to remember these 3 lines. This is new for you.
Yes sir, clear.
array adapter वाला नहीं समझा, नीचे जो a dot वाला है ना.
See, once your adapter is ready, and then you need to use set drop down view resource method. You need to call this method. Then and only then, whatever items you are having inside your array, it will be represented as a drop down. So until and unless you use this method, or those items are not getting displayed as a drop down. So that is why I need to use this method. And while using this method, the parameter which I am passing is android.r.layout.simple spinner drop down item, because here I want to use spinner, and inside this spinner I want to display all the items as a drop down. So other than this, I can use any other pattern also. It is up to you. What kind of pattern you want to go with, you can select that pattern from the drop down.
ऊपर वाला पैटर्न कौन सा है?
ऊपर वाला जो है यहाँ पे सिंपल स्पिनर आइटम, वो एरे एडेप्टर के लिए है. जब एरे एडेप्टर आपका बनेगा तो उसमें आपको कौन सी पैटर्न चाहिए, यू कैन गो विथ सिमिलर पैटर्न फॉर बोथ द केस आल्सो. इट इज नॉट दैट यू नीड टू गो विथ डिफरेंट पैटर्न. Don't worry, once I will run this application, I will change it and you will be able to observe the modifications or changes. So it will be resolved, don't worry. And once your array adapter is ready, you need to set it. Until and unless you set this adapter with your control, you will not be able to get the items inside your spinner. Spinner is ready, your string array is ready, your array adapter is ready, but to connect both the things, you need to set the adapter. Whatever adapter you have created, you need to set that adapter inside your control. So in my case, it is spinner, so I have set the adapter in this spinner. So s.setAdapter, I can write the object. That's it. Any doubt?
No sir.
Okay. So now let me run this file so that you'll be able to see it. Okay, my application is spinner demo, that's it. And let me run this file.
सर तो आप ये एक ही प्रोजेक्ट में दूसरे मॉड्यूल बना रहे हैं?
Correct.
अच्छा.
You can go with separate application also, but in that case it is going to be really difficult for me also once I need to share the entire code with you. So now what I can do, I can simply share only one project. See, this is the master project, RKU 5th all applications. So I can share this one project only and you will be able to find all the modules there.
सर एक बार बताइए ना आपने कैसे वो मॉड्यूल बनाया?
वो जो आपका प्रोजेक्ट है ना, वहां पे आप राइट क्लिक कर सकते हो, देन गो टू न्यू एंड देन यू कैन सिलेक्ट द मॉड्यूल.
ओके सर.
And once you will click on the module, you will have to select the particular option. If you are planning it for phone and tablet, then you need to select it. If you are planning it for television, then also you need to accordingly you need to select. Click on next and then give the name of the module. That's it.
Okay sir, thank you.
Yeah. Why by mistake my phone has disconnected. My God. Let me install it. So you can see, just a minute. Yeah, let me click on this spinner and you can see it displays all the items as a part of drop down. You can see all the items are listed as drop down. Whatever countries we have specified here, all the countries are listed in spinner. Interesting?
Yes.
सर अगर हम किसी में क्लिक करेंगे तो वो सिलेक्ट होगा कि नहीं होगा?
No, as of now, once you will select, then it will not do anything. But whatever item you will select, it will be displayed in spinner because we have not implemented any events. So as of now, whatever items I will select, it will not do anything. Fine?
Yes sir.
Yeah. Now let me change this pattern so that you will be able to see the minor differences. See, there is no huge difference. As of now, just observe this drop down. यहाँ पे जो आइटम्स के बीच में जो स्पेसिंग है, ये सब आप ऑब्जर्व कर सकते हो, और if you need, you can capture it out so that once I will change the different pattern, you will be able to see the modification. Now let me go with the another item. Instead of simple spinner item, let me change go with simple list item 1. Let's run this file one more time. This was the default one. I think it is similar. Let me go with different pattern. Let's go with this one, if I can show you. But I think for list item I cannot go with this. Let me go with different one, spinner drop down. Let's see what it gives. Because each pattern is dedicated for each control, so if you will try to use the different pattern which is not for this control, then you will not be able to observe the changes. That could be one of the problem. Now again, this is also very similar, but let me select one more pattern. Let's go with this one. What happened? Okay, I think this pattern is not for that. It is for list view only. So that's why my application is getting crashed, because I'm not using list view in this activity. But the thing is why I'm not able to observe the changes. Otherwise, for different patterns, it gives different thing. See, every day in day out, Studio is getting updated. Even Android 4.2.2 is available, so I need to update it. So in that case, there could be many changes, which I am not even aware. For each cases, it is similar. Or I think I need to change it here, or what, I don't know. I think it must be in set drop down only, because whatever pattern we will give in set drop down, that will be displayed. Let us see. Still it is similar. I think this will not work. Yeah, you can see. If you have observed here, the color is there. Whatever item you will select, you will be able to see the selected color. Earlier it was not there. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir.
So you don't need to worry much about this, because after all, these are the different patterns. So once you get time, you can go with all the patterns and you will be able to find the changes. If I go with simple spinner item, if I go with simple list item, whatever different patterns you will select, accordingly it will give the list of items in your drop down. And so during your free time, just explore all the things, because many of the things are giving the same output. They are giving the same pattern. So here I don't want to waste the time. But this is what the only difference is. If I go with this one, then I think if it will work, then might be I'll get the checked item. Let's see. Even I have not used this in the spinner. In the checkbox I've used it. Yeah, you can see. Fine. So if my pattern is simple list item checked, in that case whatever item I will select, it will be selected as this check mark. Is it fine? This is the only difference between all the patterns. Otherwise, you don't need to worry much about all the patterns. Once you get time, you can explore it. Any doubts so far?
No doubt.
Yeah. So now let's see how to implement click event of all the items, or let's say spinner. See, now in this case, I am not going to click on spinner control, but I am going to select the items. So now the case is I don't need to go with the on click method, but instead of this I need to go with on item selected method. So again it is very similar. The way we are creating an event for button control, you can create an event for spinner also. So let's say you don't know anything about the event. What you can do, you have the object of spinner, which is S. Button में हम क्या करते थे? The object of button, let's say B, then B dot something. So here we have object of spinner, which is S. So what you can do? S dot something. So you can see the method is set on item selected listener. I want to do something based on the selection of item from the spinner. So this method is useful for me. So I can use it s dot set on item selected listener. Now here as a parameter, if you don't know anything, again you can write new space and control space. Android Studio will give the suggestion. It will do it for you. You can see. First suggestion I am getting adapter view dot on item selected listener. So whatever adapter we have created, it will be converted into view, and based on your selection, it will call the method. So let me select this. You can see there are two abstract methods. So that is why it has implemented both the methods. First method is on item selected, and second method is on nothing selected. So let's say if you want to display something, if nothing is selected, then you can display it here. You can display toast message, or you can set any text in the text view or whatever. And if you want to do something based on the selection, then you can write your logic here. Now whatever item you will select, for each item you will see the index is there. The variable is position. So if I'm having 5 items, then the position 0 will indicate that I'm talking about first item. Position 1 will indicate that I'm talking about second item. So now let's say I want to display toast message. So I can create a toast.
मंत्र बोलते तू रो देगा अगर अपन सत्र खोल दे, पत्र तोड़ के निकले इसरो की तरह, छापी नहीं गई दूसरों की तरह, वास्तविक कला मेरी लाश